Oh, big day. What's going on, you guys? Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. We've been talking to you for a considerable amount of time about Project Remedy. In fact, we've been rubbing it in, we've been dropping trailers, we've kept it very covert for many different reasons across board that are going to be made apparent throughout the course of this video. But we've deeply seeded this idea of Project Remedy. What is it? What's it going to be? This two-part solution. And what I can say is we're finally ready to unveil it, to show you the product, to explain the timeline, tell you when it's going to be launching, and yeah, just giving you the full rundown, the 100% on what exactly Project Remedy is. Now, when I thought about this, just to give you a brief introduction if you are new here, I thought about this as a validator for a considerable amount of time. How can we, most importantly, weaponize, so to speak, or turn our entire ecosystem's community into a fully fledged army? How could we bring a new user base from outside the chain? How could we create more transactions? How could we pump the liquidity up? And in doing that, we would create a lot more burning, which is something that we pride ourselves on in the Terra Luna Classic community. So when I started to think about all of these different things and how we could really begin to introduce a different kind of tool set into the ecosystem, Project Remedy was something that I put a lot of thought into, and I had to really assess the situation and say what doesn't exist not only in LUNC but in the broader cosmos as well. This is a really important point because if we as an ecosystem can create a product that is very attractive, the user base internally starts to use it, well, externally we're going to see a lot more interest in our blockchain, and that is likely going to begin inside the broader Cosmos ecosystem. And yeah, we're probably going to see a lot of people flock to Terra Luna Classic to use and utilize Project Remedy. This is going to benefit the chain greatly. All of those transactions, like I said, are going to create burns, but more importantly, they're going to begin refilling the OP and the CP over time. So without further ado, big drum roll here, guys. Been working on this for 6 months, traveled to the other side of the globe, being the United States, working with a fabulous development team to bring you LUNCPump.fun. And like I said, this is all about bringing something that doesn't exist inside LUNC, and more importantly, the broader Cosmos ecosystem. This is going to be the first fair launch meme coin factory on LUNC. And like I said from the very beginning, it's a two-part solution. Every token factory needs its own dedicated DEX. So alongside LUNCPump.fun, we've actually developed LUNCSwap.fun as well. If you're up to date on all of the news with Pump.fun at the moment, Radium and the other meme coin factories that are being developed on other ecosystems, you'll start to understand how important it is for a product like this to have its own DEX. So yeah, we're introducing not only a new product with a new tool set into the ecosystem, but we're bringing in a reliable DEX. So how does it actually work trading meme coins on LUNCPump.fun? You simply pick a token that you like, some interesting narrative. You're going to be able to buy that token on the bonding curve anytime. You're also going to be able to sell at any time to lock in your profits or losses here on LUNCPump.fun. This is a trial and test area. But when enough people buy it on the bonding curve and it reaches a market cap of $69,000, you're going to see that meme coin migrate from LUNCPump.fun to LUNCSwap.fun, our native DEX. And what I call this is our area of success. They've reached the bonding curve. They have matched the test. They have finalized the launch window. So when it actually comes down to launching a meme coin, it is so simple. It's probably harder to help your grandma set up an email account. I mean, at this point, your grandmas could be trading meme coins by next week. Add your image, throw in a token name, pick your ticker, token description, tags. You need to chuck in your website, your socials, your X account, and then you've got the option to buy some of your own coins. Now on Pump.fun, you can actually allocate yourself coins. This is what makes our platform different. It's a fair launch. We're not trying to foster in rug pull after rug pull after rug pull. What we're trying to do is foster in a set of tools that each and every one of you can use and utilize to make a difference. And that's why we developed a fair launch platform. No pre-sales, no team allocation, and absolutely minimal amounts of funny business. We're trying to foster in new kinds of tools that are actually going to be able to be used and utilized. And I didn't want to be another guy on the block launching another layer 2 coin or another meme coin just for myself to benefit from. What I want and what I'm most interested in is tools for the community, so each and every one of you can benefit equally. Some validators and a lot of people who create coins outside in other ecosystems pay a lot of money, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars upwards. If you're going to introduce a staking module, yeah, it's going to start getting up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think Ponky paid around $80,000 for their staking module. So again, this is about equalizing the playing field. This is about bringing a brand new set of tools that anyone, and I really mean it, anyone can use and utilize this. This isn't something that I'm saying, oh, you're gonna have to wait a year, you're gonna have to wait a week. This thing is launching on the 1st of April. We are going into our final testing phase next week. We're gonna be dropping so many different updates. Something I'm quite excited for on LUNCPump.fun is the dashboard we're actually working on. And this new dashboard will work alongside the LUNCPump ranking system and then also the advanced ranking system we're working on. And what I'm aiming to do with this is, again, provide a seamless experience where you can gauge data here at LUNCPump.fun. You can see where the volume's going. You can see what trades are hot and what's not, even to the point where you'll have a very advanced map. And if you've been here for a while, you're part of the LUNC Dash community and you're using and utilizing that tool we created, you'll know how good the money flow system is. So you'll probably be quite hyped up for what we've got in store. And we're going to be pushing out in the future. We've got V2 to move to. We're going to be moving to V3 later in the year. And we're just going to be adding more tools as time goes onwards. And as a validator, I really do pride myself in developing tools. When I've been tweeting about this recently, I've been mentioning it to people. I've been going over it. I think some people just go, yeah, okay, whatever. But a lot of people are not aware that I developed LUNC Dash, that we've been around for 3 years, that we developed the mobile app, we developed the Finder, we're working on the extension. We're working on so many different things. And again, as a validator, I pride myself in not just thinking about me, thinking about my own. I'm thinking about you guys all of the time. And what I am hoping is you're all going to have the ability now to do something instead of sitting there and saying, oh, well, what could I do, Jay? How could I actually help? A meme coin is a meme coin until it's not a meme coin anymore. Ponky itself started its journey on Pump.fun. Coins like Shiba Inu were a meme coin until they weren't a meme coin. Essentially, the LUNC chain really just needs one good meme coin to pop this sector off again, for many others to try to come in to make it big, to make it large, to work with the community. And from my perspective, anybody can use this. This isn't something that's overly complex, that's highly technical, hard for you to understand. If you're Goldfish, he could use it. I'm just saying, like, he could use it. I mean, doesn't every validator on chain have their own meme coin or layer 2 coin? The recent USTC repeg proposal actually ended up in a meme coin. So it's at this point I say to the entire Terra Luna Classic community, we have now given you the tools to equalize the playing field. No more will anyone have to be hindered, halted by money that they don't have to launch their own coin. No longer will people have to sit there and put up with validators pushing their meme coins because they could afford to do it. Okay, now absolutely everything is done in regards to development, smart contracts, UI, front end, back end, the DEX, the swapping, security. We're just really going over some final testing, and that's happening, like I said, next week, and we're going to be ready for an April 1st launch date. The best way to keep 100% up to date with LUNCPump.fun is to follow our social accounts. And as you can see, we've been around since January 2025, and this information has been here from that date. And as I was dropping the trailers, I was thinking maybe someone's going to catch on. Maybe someone's just going to by chance search LUNCPump.fun. So I'm very, very happy that nobody really figured it out, and it was a 100% surprise. But like I said, guys, if you could follow us here, and if you could follow me on my main profile as well, I'll be doing a lot of the updates to begin with, putting them out on my main profile, but they'll also be going out here, and then eventually we'll just completely move to LUNCPump.fun. From my perspective, this truly is what validating on Terra Luna Classic is all about, assessing the situation on chain and trying to better understand exactly what the user base needed. We knew you needed a native mobile DApp, so we brought it to you. We knew you needed metric systems, so we brought it to you. You needed analytic tools, we brought those. You needed a finder, we brought those, all native to LUNC. LUNCPump.fun has been designed with one true purpose, and that is to use and utilize the LUNC coin. If this does really kick off and the players that we're working with externally really help to get this out there with us, well, we're going to see an entirely new wave hit the Terra Classic ecosystem. We could see a lot of the people move from the Cosmos back to Terra Classic. We could see people come from Luna. Anything could happen at this moment in time. And with the bullish excitement in the US sector surrounding Bitcoin, I really don't think there's been a better time to launch a product like LUNCPump.fun and LUNCSwap.fun. Like I was saying, guys, subscribe if you can, drop a comment, drop a like. It's really going to help on this video. And aside that, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, share it with other people. Let them know if you're excited. Let me know what you think. If you're excited, if you're going to be launching a coin, how you're going to use it, how you're going to utilize it. And aside that, guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Ciao!